The settings tab is one of the most important tabs on your WordPress dashboard because it's where you can actually make some major changes to your website. You can do a whole bunch of things. So rather than me talking about it, let me actually show you what this settings tab can do. Alright, so the very first one is the general settings. Okay, let's come down here. Now we have our site title. It's what you have here, my blog. Let's change this to the movie characters because that is the name of our website, right? The movie characters. Now the tagline is important. Google actually uses your tagline to get to know more about your website. So in a few words, explain what this site is about. So let's say a website about iconic movies and characters. Okay. WordPress URL, site address URL, no need to change this. Email address is the admin at the movie characters. And this is the address that's used for admin purposes, like a new user notification. So you can change this if you want to. I'm just going to leave this as it is. Membership, anyone can register, and new user default role. So if, for example, you were creating a membership WordPress site where it is required that people actually register to use the website, you can tick this box here to allow anyone to be able to register. And then when they register, you can then choose the default user role. We will talk more about user roles in a future class, but for now, just keep this as subscriber. You can change your time zone, your date format, and your time format depending on where you live. And then you can change when the week starts from Monday to maybe Thursday. If you live on planet Pluto or Mars or whatever. Alright, then site language. From English, you can go to Bosanski. I actually have no idea what language this is. Anyway, so let's click on Save Changes. Now, I want you to observe something, okay? We have changed our site title to the movie characters, alright? So watch this, alright? I'm gonna click on Save Changes. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to refresh this page. Alright, now check this out. This has changed from my blog to what the movie characters, and then if I hover over it, you can see a website about iconic movies and characters. Okay, so that's what the general setting did for us. Let's go back. Writing. Now I hardly ever touch this section here that says post via email. Please do not change any one of this unless you know absolutely what you're doing, okay? And update services as well. Just leave this as it is. Up here, this is where you can change your default post category. I remember I showed you this a little bit earlier where we changed from the uncategorized category to the news category. Now for the default post format, remember when we were creating new posts, I showed you how you can change the post formats for your posts. That's what we have here. Remember, we have standard, aside, image, link, and so on and so forth. So if you wanted to change the default from standard to, let's say, link, this is where you would do that. Okay, click on standard and then go to link. All right. So save changes. And now let's go down to reading. All right, front page displays. Now, by default, whenever you install WordPress, WordPress would automatically set your home page to display your most recent posts, okay? If you wanted to display a custom home page instead, you would change that right here. You would click on a static page, and then you would select what front page you wanted it to be. Your posts page would be the page where people would now go to see your posts, okay? That will typically be the blog page. So whenever they click on the blog page, that's where they will see all these articles, okay? So, all right, let's change this back to your latest posts. And of course, blog pages show 10 posts, and then syndication feeds show the most recent 10 items. These have to match themselves up, okay? So this is the number of posts that you want to show on your homepage, and then the most recent post, of course, will also be 10. Alright, now for each article in the feed, show either the full text or the summary. Over here, you can see it's showing everything on our article. You can see we have the full article, and we have an image. We have a full article here as well. As you can see over here as well, we have the same full article. Now, if you wanted to show let's say just a summary, this should be where you can change that from full text to summary, but the problem is it never works. Click on Save Changes. Let's see. Let's come back down here, refresh the page. And as you can see, it's still showing the same full content. So this is one bug on WordPress. It never works. But however, I will show you how you can actually work around that. Okay, so I will show you in a future class on how you can actually show just a certain part of your article and then insert a read more tag or a click here to read more link. And then the final one here is search engine visibility. You can discourage search engines from indexing this site if you want to, but you actually don't want to do this because you want search engines to be able to index your site and then crawl your website, because this is where search engines will get to know more about your website. So even if you clicked on this, it still says it's up to search engines to honor this request. So just leave it unchecked, because it's not up to you, it's up to the search engines to honor your requests. So alright, so let's save changes. And so that's it for part 1. Join me in the next class where we will talk about discussion media, permalinks as well. So I will see you then. Bye.